Desperation when it comes to trading happens every day, happens to every human being, definitely happened to me. I just want to share a quick story with you about what happened to me. I used to work for T-Mobile. I was a director for a long time, close to 20 years. And when I was doing that, I enjoyed the job for many years, but towards the end, they asked for a lot. It was a lot of stress. I had a baby, so it was tough on me. And when I looked at trading, I thought this would be a great way for me to supplement an income that I was used to. But doing so, I was so determined to get there. I tried different things, courses, whatever, and came up with a strategy. It worked a little, worked less. So at the time, I felt like it was kind of 50-50. Now, I thought the strategy was pretty solid. In fact, I've seen other people use the strategy and it had worked for them so many times, but for some reason I wasn't getting it. And what I realized is I was suffering through something called desperation of trading, having this desperate feeling that I needed to get a profit. I needed to win so I could get out of my 9 to 5, so I could do something else with my life. And having that on your mind consistently will make you trade emotionally. So you start trading out of desperation and you stop trading out of inspiration. If you continuously keep trading emotionally, you will see your profits continuously going down. Whether you have the best strategy in the world or not, it does not matter. At the end of the day, what you did was you took a trade that could be good, you knew the rules, and for some reason, you did not follow them. And you don't believe me? Check this out. Take most people who tried it, maybe you did too, and try paper trading some trades and try doing some fake trading. A lot of people, when they try a strategy and they paper trade it and they do the fake money, they do well. But somehow, some way later on, when they start trading real money, they don't do so well. Well, how can that be? Is the system different? No, it's the same. What's different is the emotional attachment to the trade. So what happens is the people that have a great mental state, that stay consistent where they're at, they don't get too happy, they don't get too sad, they just are who they are. So you could look at things a little differently when it comes to trading. You could look at a trade at worse than what it is. So for example, if you see stock going down, some people will be like, oh my god, this is gonna go down forever. Or you could look at the stock better than it is. So that's when the stock is maybe kind of in the middle going down, and all of a sudden you're like, no, I'm positive, it's gonna continue going up, it's gonna reverse, and then you could see it going down, you stay positive. So that's looking at things a little bit more positive than what they are. Or you could look at the stock the way it is. Hey, it's going down, it is what it is. Either one of those situations is gonna lead you in a bad direction eventually. One may be less than the other, but at some point, it's gonna lead you to a similar situation. So what do? Our goal is to take the trade, look at it for what it is, and think about how you could make it better than it is. So for example, when you're looking at a strategy and the stock is going up, if you're thinking too positive, you might stay in. But if you're thinking, okay, I know what it is, let's think about the strategy and how to make it better than it is, maybe you scale a position. Maybe you take half your money and then continue going. But if it goes down and it's going too down, you could look at it and say, okay, it is going down. Do I get out of it? Just save all my money and, get scared? Maybe I scale it a little bit, or maybe I keep it in there. What does the strategy say? And think about how to make it better than it is. So again, that's the formula. Look at what it is, just like you would in a paper trade, and look at the strategy and figure out, how do I use my strategy to make it better than it is? And that goes with day trading or swing trading. You want to keep it very, very simple. Whether the stock goes up or down, keep it simple. Have your specific pieces in mind of where you want the stock to be, where you want the stock to move, see which way it's moving, and then use your brain to figure out, based on strategy, how do I get the best outcome? If you have a struggle doing that, if you're feeling like no matter every time you get triggered by this negativity or this positivity, then something seriously might be wrong mentally for you at the time, or maybe you got to work on yourself. Maybe you just had a bad day. If you had a bad day and you're kind of all lost, don't trade. Or maybe you're just Mr. Negativity. Maybe you are a little pessimistic. If you're pessimistic at things, it's going to reflect your trading. If you're a positive person, it's going to reflect your trading. What I don't think you need to be is overly positive, overly negative. You got to figure out, how do you get to a situation where you're even keel? You don't go over the top, you don't go over the border, and think about how I could make it better in that moment as you strategize during the trade. Focus on those pieces specifically when the stock is going your way, and what happens if the stock is not going away. Focus on the emotion and stop trading out of desperation and trade out of inspiration. I'll see you in the next video.